There's the garbage Thomas. So let's watch him go around for a second. That's what happens on the windmill. Nothing happens because Mattel doesn't... Somehow they want things to be cross... Oh my gosh. This is so bad. So Mattel somehow want... Oh, and like, why did he just... Oh, dude, it doesn't work! There's no cope. Look at him struggling. Look at him struggling. Brand new battery, by the way. Oh, it's just too funny. It's too funny because it's that bad. Alright, I've had enough. Just stop. Just stop. And by the way, as we're talking, Motorized Percy has just derailed. Hello everyone and welcome back to another 2026 review. I would be lying if I said I was excited to review this because I know the motorized engines don't even fit on the turntable. A lot of this merchandise has been incredibly disappointing, but here is the brand new Exploring Tidmouth Sheds train set. I'm not going to lie. I know it's not going to be better than the Brendam Dock set or the, it's probably better than the Lion Cub Rescue set, but the turntable looks atrocious with the motorized engines. And you may be saying, well, it's a die-cast set because look at the engines on the layout. They're the die-cast engines. It's the same track. It should be compatible. We should not have these problems of tender engines not working in the sets and then tender engines not working on certain destinations and play features. It's pathetic. So I'm not going to sit here and really defend this merchandise in this video, but I am going to give an honest review. So starting out with the box, how does it look? Well, I would say it looks better, but knowing this Harold is plastic and this Thomas is plastic, it just really spoils this set for me. I'm not going to lie. But we do get Tidmouth Sheds back. We do get the nice windmill. We do have this piece of trash drawbridge and this piece of trash railway crossing. But as always, I do like this Thomas & Friends logo. I like the dark blue. I like Thomas in the bottom left there. I just like the brand new packaging as a whole, just colored and design-wise. But that really has nothing to do with the merchandise itself. So there's Thomas on top. Available on YouTube Kids, that garbage YouTube Kids sing-along series, which is literal AIDS. Now we have the back side of the set here. We have Diesel going underneath a drawbridge and Percy going over the crossing because Mattel thinks these kids are that stupid that that's what they're going to do with these toys. We have Thomas at the turntable. We have Harold at the helipad. We have the engine lift on the right side here, and then the, play feature to shoot Thomas out of Tidmouth Sheds there. Welcome to Tidmouth Sheds, where Thomas and friends start and end their day. Push Thomas around the track for spinning windmill, working drawbridge, and other surprises. Rosie at the windmill. Here we have the bios. Harold, the helicopter, good-hearted, reliable, and helpful. He flies the skies and saves the day. Thomas, sociable, cheeky, bold, and he's ready for any job. Exploring Tidmouth Sheds train set, yada, yada. You get the picture. I'm wondering how big this is actually in person because the Brendam Dock set seems to be the biggest set in terms of how much space it takes up and width, but we'll see how this one is. Side of the box, everything it contains: Tidmouth Sheds, windmill, drawbridge, helipad, railway crossing, Thomas and Harold. Really no straight track in this set. What a shame. If you want straight track, you're going to have to get the Percy track pack that comes with some ascending pieces and a plastic Percy. But anyways, I guess I can start to get this box open. If it does have to be open like the other boxes did, I am going to have to make a cut. And it does. So it has these cardboard lines here. So I'm going to have to make a cut and then I'll just punch this out. We are back and we have the box open. So again, here is the box, brand new, opened. Here is the instruction manual, and I already know this set has a ton of stickers. So no, I'm not going to be very positive on it. I think the stickers are lazy, that you have to put them on yourself. I think the sheer amount of them really shows how bad the pieces are in general, that we can't get them painted on, like actual detail. Man, I got to start collecting more OG Wooden Railway again because all of this stuff just sucks. After all this merch is reviewed, I'm never going to touch this stuff again. This stuff is trash. It's just really cheap. Look at this bending. Look at this bending. I just can't take it anymore. So we have some very cheap plastic. Very cheap turntable. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the point of these knobs are on both sides when you only need it on one side. If it spins either way, I don't know. We have an adapter, but I don't need that because I don't have that old track. You know, I didn't collect that garbage. Man, I can just... Tidmouth Sheds is going to be tiny. So again, we just have everything thrown in here. It's very lazy. We have some pieces, the figure pieces. I'm kind of interested to see how the figures will look in person with this, after the stickers are put on, because I have to put on the stickers, remember? So I guess I'll just get everything out of the box, and then I'll just come back when I have some updates. So I just need to talk about this, because again, I think this is incredibly lazy. So here we have the set. Nothing wrong with these directions, but here's what this looks like. But then we have this sticker sheet, and it's just so incredibly lazy. Let's count. Let's see if it has more stickers than the Brendam Dock set, which had, I think, 12 or 13. So this is just really embarrassing. So instead of Mattel making high-quality Tidmouth Sheds pieces, where you actually put, like, you know, the detailing on there, it's just blank. And now I have to put the stickers on myself because they couldn't be bothered to add any color to any of this stuff. The drawbridge is all red. We already kind of knew this, but seeing it in person, it's just this cheap, hollow plastic. Like, everything is so cheap. So cheap and lightweight. Like, guys, I sooner or later will be doing a massive sale of all my 2026 stuff when I do a massive eBay selling spree. So be prepared for that down the line. But, I mean, this stuff is really cheap. So let's count how many stickers, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we already have more than Brendam Docks. We already have more. It's over. We already have more. That is, I am almost, I look at this and I'm like, I don't even want to continue the review. I don't want to have to put these on because that's how cheap all this garbage is. So I guess we'll keep putting it together. So I just keep running into more just cheap quality every time I try to even make a step into putting this stuff together. Look at how my Tidmouth Sheds is. Look at the turntable. Look at this. Nice and warped. Are you serious? This is brand new. Paid like 45 bucks for this because that's what this set costs, $45. I mean, could you get any worse? Mattel's not even trying anymore. They don't even try. They're releasing stuff that's all like bent and warped. Just the cheapest of cheap plastic. It's just, it's truly, it's embarrassing. Okay, so I still don't have this set together just because like this is like insanely painful just to look at how the Thomas merchandise has declined over the years. And just all these cheap pieces, man. It's like we're getting closer and closer to Lego Thomas at this point. What happened to the days of good merchandise? There's no stickers. It's all painted on. Actual detail. Properly put on. I don't have these stickers. I don't have these cheap plastic parts. When there is plastic, it's like thick plastic. It doesn't feel cheap. Colin himself weighs more than all of this combined. I tell you that. I'm telling you that. Colin weighs more than all this crap. Actual quality. All the way back in 2008. Take me back. I don't want this garbage reboot no more. Take me back to this era of Thomas merchandise. This was when it was like, you know, your parents would actually be like, yeah, let's buy some Thomas merch. Now it's just like parents are going to buy this and they're going to have to put it together for the kid. And be like, honey, what did you buy? Like, oh, this is just... Honey, what cheap garbage did you buy for our son? Like, what is this? Honey, hold on, I got to put on all these stickers. Yeah, son, hold on. I have 15 stickers to put on. Sorry. This is really, really bad. I will never get that time of my life spent here on this earth that I was put on this earth. I was given the gift of life on this earth. And I will never get that time back of putting on those stickers. Because what I've noticed... with all the stickers is, okay, by the way, so there's stickers on the drawbridge, there's stickers on the crossing. There is stickers, obviously, on all of these characters, both sides. Stickers on each side of the sheds, on the helipad, both sides of the windmill, there's stickers. The windmill's a total of 5 stickers. Let me take this piece. Yeah, look at how it just comes out. So, we got 5 stickers on the windmill. Unless it's a separately fitted piece of plastic, Mattel will not color it something different. We do not have plastic that is multiple colors. We just don't. The only difference in colors on the windmill is because it's a separately fitted piece. So Mattel is that lazy to where they will not put two different colors on the same thing. Look at Wooden Railway. Look at the detail on Wooden Railway. So subtle. It's beautiful. Wooden Railway got the job done, and it's the best merchandise line to ever happen. This is utter slop. I'm so disappointed in this new merchandise now. Like, honestly. I was hyping it up. I gave it a full chance, and now I've gotten all of it in person, and it's slop. If you want to buy the 2026 merch, buy the die-cast engines. This stuff is not good. This is not good. Unless it's a separately fitted piece of plastic. Mattel is too lazy, too cheap, and stubborn to put two different colors on the same piece. That's why everything is one color, unless it's a different piece. Like, how lazy are we? Okay, everyone, I now have the set completely set up here, and this sign already fell over because it is a cheap twat. Okay, here we go. So, here is the drawbridge. That's all it does. Again, it's all one color. It's just, everything's so ugly. It's like an eyesore. It's a complete eyesore. Like everything in this new merch. It's like all one color. Nothing actually like meshes. So here we have this railway crossing. It has that sign there. Then we have this gate. Which, I mean, again, this line released with no roadway vehicles. So we have no roadway vehicle for that crossing or for this windmill. And there's two parking spots here. Which, by the way, are the dumbest looking spots. Like, what's the point of this? What is Birdie going to do at the windmill? What is Birdie going to do there? Nothing. He's not going to do anything. So now we have, by the way, I also have a factory error. So check out the brand new Harold. And now I have all this red crap just splotched all over him. So yes, they are complete plastic. Says Harold, letter T. Complete plastic. No metal whatsoever. Just, yeah, you can hear it. Just all plastic. There's no weight to it. What kid is going to enjoy this? None. This Thomas is complete plastic as well. I was honestly kind of hoping I got a Thomas with a factory error so I could make fun of it some more, but no factory error for this Thomas. There's the face. At least it's printed well. And I do love this die-cast Thomas proportions, this model. But completely plastic, no metal. What a shame. The rivets, everything's just more, I guess, everything's just bolder on the plastic Thomas than the die-cast one. So there's the brand new Thomas. We have Tidmouth sheds. A lot of stickers. Get Motorized James out of here. That is for the demonstration of how bad this is. Tidmouth sheds is very small. We only have 3 berths. Again, the turntable. Just how everything is so cheap. My turntable is warped. So that's a shame. We have a track to surface ramp here. The windmill, mine actually works. I don't like that red button. I do not like that function. Harold's helipad is here. Again, is there a ramp behind there? What's the purpose of this? So there is a ramp. So I guess you can put an engine underneath there. We have a lot of dumb play features in this set. You know what's funny is about Thomas merch is that the intended audience for Thomas merch is getting younger and younger and younger, and it's not good. For example, let me pull this out right now. Let me pull this out. This Out of Puff Thomas, this was all intended for children back in the day, but this Out of Puff Thomas, a parent could look at this and be like, that's good quality. Like a dad or a grandpa who enjoys making models could really appreciate the Wooden Railway line and everything it did and stood for. And so it had like a general audience, a lot of the Thomas toys back in the day, because they were of actual quality and stuff that, grandparents and parents could connect to and they enjoyed buying because it was actually good. Nobody's going to connect to any of this slop. Nobody. And especially the TV series, you could sit down with so many people in the family and people could enjoy watching Thomas. That has not been a thing ever since the classic series got just nuked. No one's sitting down and watching CGI slop. Everyone's cringing and walking away, turning off the TV. But here we go. Back to this slop. So here we have the engine lift. Let's see if it actually works. So if I need to fix Thomas, I mean, there's the engine lift. And I guess you can repaint Thomas. Or you can switch these workers. That makes more sense. This guy's got a wrench. I don't like how that operates. But here are the figures. Let me turn them around. Oh, sorry. The set doesn't let me. The set doesn't let me turn them around. But here are the figures. You can see right there. There's one figure. There's another. Here's another right here. If the railway workers look like this in the TV series, I think that looks fine. They're really goofy looking and cartoonish, obviously, but it could be worse, as always. Somehow Mattel always makes it worse, though. Here we have this sticker. There is the top of Tidmouth Sheds. And if you were wondering, yes, Duke is in the back of Tidmouth here. We have a clock, a cat. There's the painting of Duke. This is Sir Topham Hatt's office, I'm guessing. Obviously, we have a top hat on the coat hanger there. On the rack. Sir Topham Hatt's cat. So there's the backside of Tidmouth Sheds. And the play feature essentially is you fix up or repaint Thomas on the lift. And then you send him back out to his adventure. So that is essentially the whole point of this. But I'm guessing, because there's a ramp right here. That is not enjoyable at all. That is not enjoyable. That is some slop. All right. Okay. So I think it's time we really show off how bad this set is. So we have the plastic Thomas. I have Colin here to keep me sane. To actually remind me that, yes, we did once have good Thomas merchandise. So that's why Colin is here, because this stuff is just that bad. I need Colin to help me cope, help me get through this. So, oh man, here we are. I mean, just look at this. Are we having fun? Can we get any cheaper? The way the turntable functions is so clunky. Like, let me get a die-cast engine out. Let me get Rosie. And give me Percy. So I have Rosie and Percy. So at least they don't fall, at least they don't go backwards. So this set really is just die-cast only. Yeah, it really is just die-cast only. So what if I put Motorized Thomas here? There's the garbage Thomas. So let's watch him go around for a second. That's what happens on the windmill. Nothing happens because Mattel doesn't... Somehow they want things to be cross... Oh my gosh. This is so bad. So Mattel somehow want... Oh, and like, why did he just... Oh, dude, it doesn't work! I just spent all that money and it just doesn't work. Why did he derail? Is he going to be able to get over the bridge this time? Okay, he does. Is he going to derail again? Dude, this is... It's just... They somehow want things to be like cross-compatible. Everything's got magnets. But then we have plastic engines, and then motorized engines just don't even work on this set. So now there's basically another set that is useless for the motorized. Because A, tender engines don't fit on the turntable. B, the motorized engines do not trigger the windmill. So that's useless. I mean, James doesn't fit. You can see his wheel right there. So they don't fit on the turntable. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, you ready? Like, this is Thomas merch now. We got to get back to Wooden Railway. We got to get back to the roots of the channel. Oh my, this is... I'm gonna have a heart attack. I will not be letting any of my children play with this crap. I will not. They will not play with this crap. Nope. Nope. My kids deserve better. They're not going to have this absolute garbage. And James just, like, struggles here. Look at him barely getting up the hill. There's no defense for this slop. There's no cope. Look at him struggling. Look at him struggling. Brand new battery, by the way. Oh, it's just too funny. It's too funny because it's that bad. All right, I've had enough. Just stop. Just stop. Okay, let's move on to the next engine. The next piece of slop here. And no, motorized Gordon is not going to save this for me. And I love how my engines are getting slower. My engines are quite literally deteriorating. My Percy is slower than he's ever been. I don't know what happened. Here's a wide shot of the brand new set, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I don't really understand what the appeal is of this set besides Tidmouth sheds. It's really just a die-cast only set, quite literally, which again is one of the big problems of this line. So let's test the windmill out. Percy comes along. I don't like that. And by the way, as we're talking, motorized Percy is just derailed. Like these reviews are the perfect just demonstration of why these new toys suck. And by the way, we also have a factory error on Percy. The boiler stripes are not lined up. So I have like 4 factory errors alone in all of this brand new merch. 4. My one Thomas is absolutely broken. My one Percy, factory error on the boiler stripes. Harold has red splodging all over. That's a factory error. Like, hello? I don't like this. I gotta have to, like, mash down the engine. I don't think kids are gonna like that either. What was wrong with the old way that Tomy did all their play features? You know? I don't like that. I don't like that. That's cheap. No, thank you. I don't like that. And again, my motorized engine derailed. So... Oh, sorry, we don't fit. We don't fit on the turn. How do we make everything have the same track, but we don't even consider motorized in these destinations? I don't understand. We don't even consider it. So that's how lazy we are. Again, everything's just warped and feels so cheap. Guys, that is the Explorer in the Shed set as a good demonstration of everything. I mean, on the back of the box, it says you have to do this, so... Wow! Boom. Because they're too lazy to release a roadway vehicle, so... Look at that. It doesn't even look like a crossing on Sodor, nor does this bridge. None of this looks like Sodor. Wow. Okay, so that is the Explorer in the Shed set. I've pretty much shown you guys everything. There's really not much to show because nothing has any color. Everything's just like one color and that's it. There's really no good detail to show off here. It's kind of just a bunch of, it's a bunch of eyesores just like shoved together. Okay, so that was really bad. Tender engines don't fit. They don't work on the windmill. Motorized derails on this set, or it's just really slow and weak. I had 2 derailments in less than 10 minutes. James doesn't fit in the turntable. Neither will Gordon. Yeah, this is a die-cast only set. But again, that just excludes half of the merchandise when it's all the same track and it should be compatible. But no, it's too difficult for Mattel. They can't put out quality products. They have to put out slop with like 17 different stickers. I do not recommend this set. It's really cheap. It was $45 and it's worth about $15. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. This was utter trash. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.